Again, I'm a voyeur, so I love it. I'll watch it.
It was definitely.
Sideshows that would come in and stuff. Do you still do those?
Yeah.
Oh, and the butterflies, before you get on, you're waiting in line.
Certified free, 7 days a week.
So I decided to go back with the old school shop backdrop.
Okay. Did you decide or did it decide for you?
I decided. No, I actually picked it. And hello, shopper. Gelsomino here with
Marilu.
We have one viewer. Ha ha ha.
Well, I don't know. Did you
It's
post it on
Bubbles. Yay, hi
the
Bubbles.
news feed?
You know what? I think this is the second or third time it's just been the three of us.
I think so.
What do you think about that, Bubbles?
There's a lot going on.
It seems awfully coincidental. Oh. Okay, well, now there's two, so now it's a foursome. If we get to 3 people watching, it will officially turn into a shop orgy. I was actually watching a video the other day, and it was a podcast, and they were having that. Oh, we finally hit orgy status. They were talking about. We talked about this, I think, a couple of weeks ago, or even a month ago now, about what number constitutes an actual orgy, and they all landed on 5. 5 or more becomes an orgy.
Oh,
so
okay.
We have now officially hit orgy status here on the shop. Oh, we just lost one. Well, that's awesome.
Lost 2.
whoever that 5th person was, they were nonplussed about the whole.
Yeah, well, they didn't give consent, so.
It's a virtual orgy. I don't know. Do you have to have consent for that? Like, if you just show up, what do you call that? I can't remember the name. What do you call that?
Implied. Hola.
Yes, implied consent. Thank you. What's up, Ronnie?
Ronnie? ¿Cómo estás?
Keith Bean.
Yes. So, Ronnie, are you getting excited? How many days till glow?
Well, yeah, it's 6 days to glow? No. 5
No.
days. I don't know. How do you count that?
It's 5 days.
Are we sure about that?
Well, okay, 4 days and so many hours till glow. Oh.
You're not flying in till Friday, Ronnie.
No,
wait. He's assuming we're bringing
leftovers.
food home. What's up, Big Bacchus? So I'm curious. Those of you who are commenting on YouTube, it's showing your actual YouTube handles. So I'm wondering, did something change on YouTube?
Yes, I am bringing leftovers, Ronnie.
Yeah, we'll have leftovers for you, sir. Yeah, I'm curious about that. If the YouTubers had to do something different tonight.
I don't know.
Hello, Elise.
Hello, Elise. Hello. Cool.
So we got Bubbles, Ronnie, Keith, Big Bacchus, Merce Sausage, and Elise. Welcome to the Monday night shenanigans.
Yes. To review the shenanigans of the weekend.
I don't know. I think it was a shenaniganless weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty decent weekend, and we had Friendsgiving too yesterday, so it was a good one. Mm-hmm. I'd say. Yeah.
You know what, Ronnie? I didn't actually. I have to go back and look because I remember we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let's see if I can go in and figure this out real quick.
Okay.
So yeah, so as I'm looking this up, Marilu, why don't you give your take on Friendsgiving this past Sunday? Let's work backwards because I think I'd like to hear your thoughts on
it. Friendsgiving. For me, Friendsgiving is always a lot of fun because, it's one of those events that we do, like literally just for the community, um, and our chosen family. It's one of those. Hello, Lucky. So for me, I'm interacting with everybody from a different perspective. You know, half the day I had an apron on.
I
Making.
was going to say something naughty like "as it should be,"
Okay.
but I was hoping to get some tonight. So,
Oh no! Big Bacchus had to get a new ignition coil on their car, so they couldn't attend Friendsgiving. Oh, I'm sorry, you were missed. But yeah, it's one of those events where it's just really us giving back to the community. Like when we came to Pittsburgh, when we moved here, it was kind of one of those things where we didn't know anybody, and it's we were just kind of starting to find our footing in Pittsburgh, and we ended up meeting some really cool people, and it was like, yay, we're finding our little tribe, and I kind of feel like Friendsgiving for us is giving back to some of those people who have been coming to our Friendsgivings since we started, doing them, and have really become a part of our family.
I want to give a quick shout out to Lucky, the Charms, and Carrie.
Hey.
Hello, welcome to the live stream.
Yep.
Lucky was asking if it was the apron and nothing else, and I can attest it was, in fact, the apron and fully clothed.
Yes.
Although it was a pretty sexy red dress.
Oh, thanks. In my tennis shoes and red dress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, Friendsgiving is one of those community events where we just, look forward to having our friends and our chosen family around. So with that, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that did come out and that actually participated in the event. And we watched a football game. I think both G and I were like, is this the first football game we've seen all season? Would you say that would be the case, G?
I think that having football on in the background totally reminded me of regular Thanksgiving.
Right.
I grew up in an Italian household, and Thanksgiving was spent at my great grandmother's house, where my great uncles and my cousins, older cousins, were all watching football, and lots of commotion in the living room. And my brothers and I and our little bit younger cousins would hang out. But yeah, it was very reminiscent of that sort of semi-chaotic Thanksgiving atmosphere. The difference being, yes, of course, you're with family, and you like some of your family, but with this past Sunday, you're with people you really connect with that probably know you better than most of your family members, if not all of them.
Yeah.
At least in some very different ways. But I think it's that sort of undertone of alignment and understanding that allows for people to come together from all different walks of life and age groups and, upbringings.
Yeah, definitely.
And very, chosen family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, of course, we did not do a turkey because we figured everyone's going to be turkeyed out come by Friday, so we didn't want to add to that. But we did ham and fried chicken, which everyone was like very impressed with. Oh, the fried chicken.
Well, we heated up a ham and we bought fried chicken.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Yeah. A few people were kind of like, as they were walking in, dropping off some of their side dishes and things, were like, G's in the kitchen? And I'm like, he's the one that usually makes the ham and like the pork loin when we do, some of our bigger,
I assist.
events like those. So yeah.
I assist.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think hooked Marilu at the very beginning? It was my world renowned cooking.
It was your world famous
Meatloaf.
meatloaf.
I'm gonna have to make that again at some point. I am
No.
slowly I am hatching a plan in my head for the meatloaf part 2.
No meatloaf.
You don't know what I got planned.
Hey, you can present me with a Costco meatloaf and I'll be happy. You can say you actually cooked it by putting it in the oven. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
We'll stick with
I
that.
didn't say I was
For those of you that know,
going to make meatloaf.
I was going to say, for those of that know the meatloaf story, I think that they would be in agreement.
Listen, I'm allowed a one redemption. I mean, it's only been 10 plus years.
Only. Well, Bubbles, Mr. Buster's here. He's sleeping.
Yes, he's very exciting. Lucky to Charm says guys are sexy in an apron and nothing else.
Ah.
We had a friend of ours that seemed to get turned on by watching, their words, a man do house chores like vacuuming or doing the dishes or whatever.
That's every woman.
Oh, really? Because I've done the laundry plenty. I've done vacuuming plenty, and I don't remember getting anything from any of that.
Oh my god. Ooh, spam Alfredo.
It doesn't sound terrible to me. I'm not gonna lie. That doesn't sound half bad to me. It's just Alfredo with ham.
With spam.
Well, spam, ham. I mean, spam, they rhyme, right? They're kind of the same.
Okay. I love how it's like in a previous life.
Spam Alfredo.
Uh-huh. So what else? That was my take on Friendsgiving. What about you?
I mean, what about me with Friendsgiving?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, I touched on that a little bit. I mean, it's just for me, the ability to hang out with people I actually want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
People I can, just be me with.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to tell a naughty joke, I can tell a naughty joke.
Yeah.
And most everybody will laugh. So, but no, it's good. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
We can touch briefly on the rest of the weekend.
Sure.
We did have the Red Light District Party, which is the shop's version of the Red Party. Lots of people dressed in red, and I like the color dress theme events.
Well, those are so easy too.
I mean, they're definitely easy, but there's something to, when you're looking at the crowd of people and seeing 3/4 of them, or even most of them, dressed all in one color or lots of variations of a color.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of the reason why Glow is so popular.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those sorts of events really are impactful for me in that way. And then and then Freaky Friday, this past Friday, has been a staple. Actually, I want to see when we actually did our very first Freaky Friday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Would you like to guess? Who would like to, anyone here, anyone watching, like to take a guess when the actual very first Freaky Friday took place in Pittsburgh?
Hey, India.
I will say that the club has been open since November of 2016. So we just celebrated our 9-year anniversary on November 11th. But let's see.
What do you think? Anyone have a guess?
What do you think, Marilu?
I want to say it was maybe in February.
Of what year?
Of that first year, 2016. 1970. G wasn't even born.
Yeah, I was not born in 1970. Haha.
I was a baby.
You were a baby, yes.
I was.
Yes.
Oh. Lucky says October 2020.
Lucky Charm says no. Okay. All right, so we really only have one real guess.
No, 2017. Sometime.
All right, so the actual date, I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay. I'm waiting.
All right, so the very first Freaky Friday was Friday, May 12th, 2017.
India. Because I said February.
You said February. You said February of 2017. Yeah.
Yeah. So of 2017. So just a few months passed. Yay! Wow, so, that's a lot of Freaky Fridays.
That is, yes, that is.
Figure one every month.
Yes. Yeah. Now I think we need to go to ChatGPT for that. Like how many Freaky Fridays have we hosted? Was it? Well, then that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Lucky, we've missed you. You know.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back.
Yeah. Yeah. How many Fridays is that? Oh my god.
Yeah, Big Bacchus makes a good point. I really would like to go back and look and see when our first time with Central was.
Was it before COVID? I don't recall.
Yeah, it was before COVID.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, they've been doing free testing at the club for quite some time now. And yeah, so thanks for reminding me of that, Big Bacchus. Yeah, Central Outreach right now visits the club every other month. So they were here for November, so which means they won't be back until January. And they do provide free STD, STI screening for all members. And so this past Friday, I can say they did 32 tests. Is that what the number was?
Yeah.
So 32 members got tested this past Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
And I want to kind of put that into context for you. That's pretty close to the average, somewhere between 20 and 30 consistently every month for many years now that we've been getting tested, which means that over time, a good number of our members have been recently screened.
Yes.
So, and I think that's important for people to know. Holy smokes, that's loud. Clankety clank. Holy smokes. Slow down there, Sparky.
I'm sorry. Should I be doing the whole as I'm typing?
Oh my goodness. Mute your mic.
Oh my god.
India says they're going to participate in role play on December Freaky Friday.
Awesome.
Nice. Yes, right, Bubbles. Oh goodness. Anyway, yes. Keyboard is on flames. Oh my goodness. Well, you're still muted now, Marilu.
I said I couldn't help it. Actually, what it is Buster's been playing on my desk, and my keyboard is lopsided right now because he moved it, and it's off of its little space. So when I started to type, it was like dong, 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 dong. The keyboard was like. So sorry. Oh my god.
That's okay. So anyway, yeah. So this past Friday was Freaky Friday. Ta-da! Well done.
Have you figured out when was the first time that they attended?
I was looking through here.
Mm-hmm.
No, not yet. It might have been after COVID, because I'm already up to April 19th of 2019, and I don't see them listed for doing testing.
Let me see if I find something. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't find it. Okay.
Well, so far the first one I found was Friday, March 27th, 2020, but I'm pretty sure we did not have an event then.
Okay.
So let me see if it was February.
India, there's still going to be a book club, but I have to figure out the dates moving forward with that for the 2026 season. In fact, I was getting ready to send you an email earlier today, and I got stopped. But I will let you know.
All right. So the answer to the question is Central Outreach did their first testing February 21st of 2020. So they did it one time, and then we closed.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. That was yeah. And then we were closed for COVID. Yeah.
So Lucky's asking, do we think the lifestyle has changed over the past 10 years? And I'm going to ask you, I'll just add the next layer if the answer is yes. How? In what ways? At least name one way you think it's changed.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it has changed. I think that the lifestyle as we knew it back then still was very hidden and not so much out in the open, and still a lot of stigma behind it 10 years ago compared to now. It's also, I believe, more inclusive than it was 10 years ago. What about you?
I think it depends.
Okay.
So I first of all, I agree with you. And I agree with you specifically in our context here at the shop. 100%. There's been a cultural shift here at the shop over the last 3+ years now. That said, that's not true everywhere.
Correct.
And I just saw a video recently, and in a nutshell, they were young. And I would say probably mid 20s, maybe even younger. But they were talking about how, poly was okay and this was okay and blah, 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 blah. But then they said something to the effect of, but don't call me a swinger. And they were like, yuck. And there's this in some ways, this terrible stigma attached to the quote unquote swinger lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And while I believe that there are still large swaths of the swinger community that carry sort of that old traditional swinger,
Mm-hmm.
that old swinger sort of mentality, overall, I think even the swinger lifestyle itself has evolved a bit. Consent is becoming more common to hear and at least talk about, whereas 10 years ago, I don't think it was talked about nearly as much as it is today. So I think from a consent standpoint, the lifestyle overall has changed.
I would agree with that. And I think in reference to what you were saying about like, don't call me a swinger, yuck.
Mm-hmm.
I think the newer generation that's coming into the lifestyle under ethical non-monogamy or consensual non-monogamy see it as being more of a social and community based experience, where swinging is still looked at as being merely about um, sexual experiences, period.
Like swapping.
And that's all that it is entailed. Um, so
Bubble says every time Marilu starts typing, my mom's dog comes into my phone and stares. Is the dog's head twisted sideways too? Like,
oh my god! But no, I think in reference to it's like I said, in reference to the commentary that you spoke of, that you saw, whether it was in a TikTok or a meme or whatever, and them being like yuck as in swinging, don't call me a swinger. I think nowadays it does have a different connotation to it. Uh, yes, as India says, you we're looking for a more social, safe, and intimate community first and foremost. And remember as well, where swinging came from, where it originated, and the terminology. So yeah, I'd say I would definitely say I understand what that means, but um,
I'd like to inject a thought,
uh-huh.
and just is that in general, specifically to the shop. That's one of the reasons why we don't specifically call ourselves a swingers club anymore.
Mhm.
I'm not even sure we actually ever were. I am
Yeah.
not sure that looking backwards now, I don't know that I would have necessarily considered myself that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
and considering that the club was originally started um, because there weren't spaces that were open to LGBTQ,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that was a big part of it. Hmm.
Hmm.
So Lucky is saying that they've been in many events outside of a club and has really evolved in their opinion. They feel the respect is sort of lacking, vetting is poor, and the quality is gone for quantity. I love my first experiences in lifestyle, and clubs have been instrumental to my growth. Um, yeah, so I have so many things to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally, and I hate to say it this way, but this is literally a buyer beware or caveat emptor. It's super important to do research if you're experiencing this for the first time, whether you're partnered or you're by yourself, and I don't care what your gender is, male, female, trans, NB, queer, coupled, thrupled and more, before you go venturing into a space where you're at least considering putting yourself in a position of being vulnerable. Know where you're going and where you're doing it and who you're doing it with. And I don't mean every single person that's in the space, but I mean, how is that space being run? And, because your first experience can be a terrible experience, and you may likely never ever think to try it again. And done with some thought, doing it with some thought, whether it's the space or yourselves or a group of people, you're going to put yourself in a position to have a higher degree of fun, safer fun, if you do a little bit of research. Just because somebody's throwing an event doesn't mean that we all have the same standards for vetting, if there is any vetting at all.
Right.
If you can literally just hit a button to say, I'm showing up, and you either have already access to the information where it is, and you can just show up and walk in, how safe do you think that space really is? And I don't mean from like people outside trying to do harm, but just in general, the people meandering into the space. There's zero vetting, zero identification. Nobody knows who they are. That person can do literally anything they want, and nobody would know who they are. And that is how some spaces are run.
Yeah.
So, caveat emptor. Nothing is perfect, even the shop. There's always room for improvement, and there's always going to be issues. But you can mitigate a lot of those by making sure you know where you're going.
Yeah.
India says the shop is the only lifestyle club they've been to. Thank you. Then they would not go anywhere that doesn't have safety measures that they need. And that's why they avoid naked karaoke now. Well, yeah, I mean, they're... I have to say this, and I'm going to toot our horn for just a moment. I know we ruin a lot of people for other clubs. If you're the type of person that's really just looking for the crazy, drunken frat party type atmosphere, you're probably going to be disappointed here. We've evolved beyond that.
From Shar and B, I may have said something like this before, but I love and appreciate how much I have learned and grown at the shop. So much that I have been teaching my 73-year-old mother about E&M. Good for you. And the fact that they're open to being like, okay, what's this?
Yeah, that's really, first of all, kudos on you for being able to have that conversation with your mother, any parent, any family member.
Right.
There are plenty of people in the lifestyle who don't even tell their best friends what they do, let alone family or, your mother. My mother knows. My mother's actually known what I've been doing for many, many years. And, my brothers, probably most of my family in some way, form, or fashion know what I do. When you do this for 20 plus years, it's hard to hide it. And I will say that I know that not everybody in my family agrees with, my choices, but I feel so much freer knowing that I don't have to wear that mask.
Right.
We don't talk about it at Thanksgiving.
Well, we might. I mean
it could, like,
hey, what's the event this weekend?
But it's that openness within my family also that's allowed me to also be sitting here in front of you, number one, on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, wherever you're watching, or Twitch, and being open and honest about these things. And so if you do have that opportunity, Shar, to have that sort of openness with family, that's great. So India says, I've met some of my closest friends and loves at the shop. I tell everyone now, even my coworkers, once I start talking about massage, everyone knows. I wanted to talk about this today because this has really come up a number of times, and primarily because I know that we get a lot of brand new couples. So I was actually thinking about this today.
Yeah.
And we've talked a lot about people who are not necessarily practicing polyamory or E&M or swinging or, things like that. Maybe not even kink. But we commonly refer to couples who are not into those things vanilla. And vanilla, what I mean is that they're monogamous and they're just generally into, monotonous sex. But something that we've seen recently here at the club over the last probably year or so are more couples who are not necessarily interested in being ethically non-monogamous or swinging or maybe even kinky, but they're interested in just being in a space where they can be sensual and amorous and dance and have some drinks and fondle each other and flirt and maybe do something more, but with just themselves. And it's one of those things where you're able to experience these things without having to do them with others. And so all couples were new at some point.
Yes. And in reference to what you're saying right now, yes, we have had like an influx of people that, like you said, are not necessarily looking to actually swap, but are looking for something to spice up their current relationship, their current marriage. So much so that their therapists have suggested, well, maybe you should have a date night. I know this place that would probably, be a good way to start those discussions, and lighten up your libido again. Those I've seen come through. It's very interesting, Yes, India says the book Polywise is a good book. Side note, she has a new book, Jessica Fern, and it's about shame. Yeah. So, I actually have it on the coffee table currently.
We've talked about shame numerous times in the past. And I find that, it rears up every once in a while for me personally, little bouts of shame, you have thoughts about things or whatever. And you said you're reading that book, and I don't know how far you've gotten into it. Are there any specific insights so far that you've gotten from the book? You're muted. Marilu, you're muted.
I'd have to say not specifically. I'm only like in the first chapter, and the prologue was rather long. But yeah, they start to talk about the triangle shame, and how it comes from, sometimes it's generational, the shame being brought down from one to the next and to the next and so forth. So that's as far as I've gotten, but I'm very, very much interested in it and moving forward.
Well, I mean, there's different types of shame. You can
Mm-hmm.
have your own personal shame. Like there's something that maybe there's. I'm going to use the word fantasy loosely,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe there's a thought or fantasy or some sort of desire that you have that you think, oh, I shouldn't do that. That's terrible, or that would make me be a terrible person. Um, then there's shame from potential
Mm-hmm.
friends or family members, if they were to find out. Um,
Yeah.
you may have a parent or somebody or definitely unlike, Char's 73-year-old mother who's learning about E&M for the first time. If you don't have a parent that's open to that, you can certainly experience a lot of shame that way. Um, but I heard this term yesterday. I just want to share it really quick.
Mm-hmm.
We've all heard of FOMO,
Mm-hmm.
fear of missing out. But then I heard FOPO, fear of other people's opinions.
We can read it from book club once I'm finished with it. Because yes, I do know how Jessica Fern gets you fired. Oh my god.
So India says, if the Buddha dated is a good book. Interesting. I would like to look that up.
Yeah.
Shame is a major issue with attachment styles, creates fears or
Mm-hmm.
fear, especially in avoidant attachments.
Yes.
I am what like the attachment styles are completely outside of my understanding. I have some very vague understanding of it, and it's been talked about ad nauseum, but yes, I
Yeah.
need to read that book.
Yes. This is
Will you
attached.
put it on the table, please, when you're done? I can read it.
Actually, you can do a. There's a website that has a kind of like a survey questionnaire thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it will tell you based on how you answer what attachment style you are.
Hmm.
So.
India says, if the Buddha dated, talks about letting go of possession, being honest, transparent, talks about dating from emotional security and not trauma. Non E&M book, but same concepts of an E&M book.
As in books. Interesting. I'll have to look that one up. Yes, I know. You just got your certification. Yay!
What?
Yes.
Wait, does that mean that she's certifiably attached?
No. No, but we can obviously do a workshop together on attachment styles.
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. Letting go. I know that the Buddha does talk about letting go of possessions and being honest and transparent. But that's, when we talk about relationships, whether you're in E&M or not, I think that you can have all of those things in a monogamous relationship and have a very flourishing and fulfilling monogamous relationship if you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
That
is true.
So
Valfreya says that they don't neatly fit into any one attachment style. I think that's very much so for quite a few people. Not everyone actually fits into whether you're a secure attachment all the way through or completely avoidant or this. I think for some people there is that ability to have a little bit of each one, and they all kind of somehow complement each other.
Well, my understanding is that there may be maybe one predominant attachment style,
and then you have a
and
second.
and depending on the situations, other attachment styles can take hold, so
Right.
to speak.
Right. Right. That is true.
What is, and I don't know if you know this, India probably does. I'm wondering what the most prolific attachment style is. What is there like a clear number one? And here's what's ironic. The only one I've ever heard of, well, I shouldn't say only, the one I hear of the most is the anxious avoidant.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if that's a common one.
That's interesting.
I'm curious to know what India says. Yeah, that's okay. So India says the most common is secure attachment. Okay. I would agree with India. India says letting go doesn't mean letting go of your feelings or detached from your feelings. It means letting go of the control and accept the impermanence, meaning everything changes, so you can't grip too tight. I have a very good friend of mine who says everything is impermanent or impermanence, and that just basically means you have to accept the fact that there's somebody I respect that says, each time you speak with someone or hug them or kiss them or spend time with them, um, act as if that is potentially the last time you're ever going to do that. Because that, could very well be the case. So Shar says that she's avoidant, Bill is anxious.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a good combination. I don't know much about either one of those, but that sounds very interesting to me. Okay, so the most common, India says the most common is secure attached. The other three, hold on, the other three are, is it preoccupied or is
preoccupied attachment, anxious attachment, avoiding attachment,
fearful, avoidant attachment are all insecure attachments.
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, so I'm curious. I should I'm a part of a small men's group, and a couple of weeks ago they sent out a link to take a test, and I have yet to take it.
It's your attachment assessment style quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite a few out there. Yeah. It is. That is true.
Svetlana says it's super common for anxious and avoidance to fall for each other. So I'm thinking about this.
Yeah.
And I would say I still have some parts of this, but I would say anxious. I would say I'd had an anxious attachment style. My people pleasing was at the forefront of that. So yeah, interesting.
Yes. Yes, I would say so because, yeah, I could see the dismissive avoidant too.
Such an ass.
Okay, I will say this at Friendsgiving, I always make G do a thank you, welcome, and thank you kind of speech, and he was standing in the group, trying to get everyone's attention. Everyone's talking about, and he's like, excuse me, and no one's like, hello, tall man in the room. So I literally screamed out, tall man in the room is trying to get y'all's attention.
You're a goofball. He gave me like 0.7 seconds to quiet the room. Like,
it's like, well, you are like the tallest, or we're the tallest in that room. So.
Well, I'm curious to learn what dismissive avoidant means. It's
here. I'll put this one on on the coffee table for you to snag after you do your test.
Yeah, I definitely need to do the test. So, but yeah, so we were talking about, people coming to the club for the first time. That's whether you're interested or not in opening up your relationship or being adventuresome in kink, or just coming out for a sensual date night. There's going to be nerves involved when you're attending anywhere for the first time. So it's super important to understand that, and that's perfectly normal. Every single person who's ever walked through the doors of the club for the first time has been nervous in some form or fashion. I talk to people who have been attending the club for years, who say they always get like little butterflies or a little nervous the first time, or not first time, when they come back to the club. It's definitely something to think about if you're, it's okay to be nervous.
Yeah.
But I would imagine the attachment styles probably have a significant, here goes my camera again, a significant impact on how people approach things like ethical non-monogamy or polyamory and things like that, where there are other people involved potentially. What are your thoughts on that?
I think everything.
Like, what would be an attachment style that wouldn't work well with the lifestyle?
Definitely anxious attachment.
Well, how did I get away with it then?
I would definitely say, yeah, anxious. Anxious would definitely be up there, because some people that have anxious attachment are the ones that are second guessing themselves and or is this person going to leave me? Is this oh, we had a disagreement, it's the end of the world, they no longer like me, they no longer care, that thinking. And being anxious attachment could be a big detriment in this. Yeah.
I've heard so many times partners worried about the what if. What if my partner meets somebody else that they like better, or that person does the thing better, or blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Well, I think like India says, they think attachment style is big in but they will all work if you have a secure attached partner or partners. So it's kind of the yin and the yang, and the hope to balance each other out. Because even still, with Bill and Shar being anxious on one end and avoidant on the other, they complement each other and they can work through things better. Yeah. And it's true. You can change your attachment style. The more you learn about yourself, others around you, what it is that you want overall in your relationships, you definitely change your attachment styles. And as India says, yes, you can change your attachment style. They used to be anxious, but I allowed someone to break me so bad I thought I'd die. And I said, never again in my life.
That's good. I mean, that's good to hear. It's sad to hear that it took something what sounds like it was very terrible for you to come to that realization that I think for me it's letting go of the expectation of an outcome, a specific outcome. Oh, we just lost everything, Marilu. We totally lost Marilu. Marilu, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, well, I just unmuted you. Your camera's off now.
Oh no. Okay, let me get my camera going here. Whoa, what happened? I saw myself, and then it was like the whole screen went blank. Okay, I am here now. Yay! Okay. Oh. Okay.
So Shar says the what if was a big deal in our first year. Once Bill realized how very gay I am, he stopped worrying. The hope is that even if you were super gay or not, there would be little to no worry. You know, it's the expectation of an outcome, right?
Ah.
We part of our fears are generated from, you know, we want to be safe, we want to feel safe, we want to feel like we know what the outcome is going to be. Yeah, Shara said that she's not looking at dudes at all. You know, so it changes the perspective on things a bit, and I think if you can, you know, Marilu and I've talked about this, you know, start just enjoying what is. I have seen so many people's nights ruined at the club because they showed up with an expectation of something happening. Yeah. This is so common with couples where one couple or one part of the couple is hoping, or maybe you both are hoping something is going to happen and really want something to happen. And leaving angry and upset and frustrated and saying, oh, well, this was a waste of our time. Well, no. If you only showed up for one specific outcome, then yeah, you're likely not going to have a great time. But if you show up in a relationship to just experience what is happening now, I think that we can have a really wonderful night without having to do crazy things. Mm-hmm. So anyway, those are just my general thoughts. Give up the expectation of an outcome and watch how your life changes. That doesn't mean you don't try.
Okay.
India says, I expect to eat and dance. Yeah, well, that's great.
Yeah. Everything else is just, you know, the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
But with that, I'm going to say that I'm sure everyone has got their Thanksgiving plans made, or if not, they're like trying to figure out which in-law they're going to go to, or what they're going to do, or what movie they're going to see.
Turtle's back in town.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, Bubbles. I mean, there are plenty of people who come to the club specifically just to get out of the house and have a wonderful night out. Mm-hmm. There was literally this past weekend, I was talking to a couple, and they hadn't been out in a long time. Mm-hmm. And they were like, yeah, we just, you know, we've been so busy, we've just not done anything. And, you know, this was our first night out. And I stopped and I said, you know what? Thank you for having the shop be your one and only experience out in the last 6 months. That means so much. You know, it wasn't going out to dinner, it wasn't going to a movie, it wasn't going to the theater. It was, let's go to the shop. Mm-hmm. Yep. Love it.
Awesome.
Nice to see you, Turtle. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So we don't really have much to say about this week. We are going to be closed this coming Friday, specifically because because it's Black Friday #1.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, the day after Thanksgiving. We will be open on Saturday for Glowgasm. There are very limited tickets left. Yeah. we're very, very close to sell out. And so if anybody is interested in tickets, now's the time to get them, because probably come Thanksgiving, we're going to have 0 tickets left.
Yeah.
So actually, I was looking this morning. We only had officially about 6 or 7 tickets left. However, I spoke with Teresa and the managers this morning, and they've agreed to allow us. They said it's okay for us to release more tickets. So, but we still have very limited tickets. So grab them now if you can. So yeah, Glowgasm this Saturday. I don't really have much else to say for this week.
New Year's. We have New Year's also coming up.
New Year's is coming up. Actually, I was just looking at the date. It's 11/24, which is 30 days from Christmas Eve, which means that we're only 5 weeks away.
Yeah.
5 weeks away from New Year's Eve. From the New Year.
It's hard to think that it's 2025 is already gone by so fast.
Yep. So with that, I'm just going to Elise said they just got their tickets for Saturday. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's our first event too.
Oh boy, Elise. So listen, I'm just gonna say this out loud. Anybody who's attending Glowgasm for the first time, it's a huge, huge event for us. It's going to be a wonderful time. But not every event is like Glowgasm. So, but it can be overwhelming too. So just kind of understand that as well.
Yay.
So, anyway, I'm going to end the show with saying, if you are interested in joining the shop, you can visit bodyshoppittsburgh.com, click the apply now button. It'll walk you through the application. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes to go through the whole process. There's a short video to watch. It talks about the basic minimum standards for consent here at the shop. And once you complete that, if your application's approved, you'll be sent through. You'll be able to log into the account, chat with some other shop members like Bubbles and Big Bacchus and a few others, India. And hopefully join us at one of the events. If you're not quite sure about ethical non-monogamy or kinky stuff or whatever, but you'd like to speak with somebody and it's not your priest or your parents, you can speak to a board-certified sexologist who does also happen to be my lovely and beautiful wife, sitting right above me, on top of me, where I like. You can visit MaryLouandYou.com and book a private appointment with Mary Lou.
Awesome.
Anything else you want to say before we depart for the week?
Just I hope everyone has a safe and wonderfully happy Thanksgiving. And then we'll see some of you on Saturday.
We're going to see a lot of you on Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of you on Saturday.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Again, I want to reiterate, we had a wonderful time on Sunday with our friends and family from the shop. And for those of you who are traveling for the holidays, please be safe. We hope to see you this weekend. If not, we will be back here next Monday at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time. With that, I'm going to hit the let's get out of here button. And you guys all have a great night and a great week. Bye.
Say bye.
Certified free, 7 days a week. That wet ass pussy good. My pull-out game weak. Ooh, yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Swimming in it, baby. I'ma bring a bucket and a mop, darling. Give you everything I got. I'm falling. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Pussy. smile, girl, while you're looking in my eyes. Your pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive. I'ma tie you up like you're a prize. Let's role play our way disguise. I'ma park my Mac truck in your garage. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Swimming in it, baby. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Pussy. Gobble me, swallow me, drip it down inside of me. I gotta jump out for it gets inside of you. Tell me where to put it, but don't tell what you about to do. Talk your shit, baby, bite your lip, girl. Ask for a car while you riding that dick. Oh, hop on top, you wanna ride, do a giggle while it's inside. Spit it in your mouth, girl, while you're looking in my eyes. Your pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive. I'ma tie you up like you're a prize. Let's role play our way disguise. I'ma park my Mac truck